conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, this is Amy from the North Columbus Public Library, and thank you for joining me today for Coffee and Coloring. Today I want to go over a few new resources that I have discovered recently and that have to do with both coffee and coloring. So first we have Barista Coffee Guide, and this is a new book, so feel free to request it for curbside pickup. We also have Coffee, the Home Barista's Guide to Making the Perfect Cup. And also we have, if you prefer tea, we have the Tea Enthusiast Handbook. This is a guide to enjoying the world's best teas. So again, these are all available for curbside pickup. We also have several books on snacks. So as you can see here, we have a ton on cookies. We also have some on pies and cakes and all types of treats that you can choose from. The first book here is Cookies and More Cookies. We also have gluten-free options, such as this gluten-free baking at home book. And we also have the last book here is Betty Crocker's Cookies. So again, please feel free to request these for curbside. We also have some digital options for you, and RBdigital has expanded its magazine selection, especially in regards to adult coloring. So when you search for them, just look for the word coloring instead of adult coloring, because you'll find more magazines that way. So here we have Kiss My Sass. There's a couple of other new ones that I haven't seen before, such as the Doodle Emporium. We have a couple of Halloween ones. There's Gothic Halloween and Spirit of Halloween. There's also Yoga Kitties and Soul of the Woodland, Color the Cosmos, and there's the stained glass kind of pretty flower one that's called Coloring Book for Adults, and there's some general ones as well there towards the bottom. There's also more variety too. As you can see that there's a ton of different ones on stallions and steeds, spells and sorcery, dragons and demons, signs and symbols, horses and ponies. There's floral and fruit ones. So again, there are so many possibilities and choices to choose from. Some other ones that look cool are myth and legends, angels and fairies, and the last one is horoscopes and zodiacs. There's also an ebook that you can check out from Hoopla, and remember with Hoopla you can check out up to 20 items per month. This is The Psychology of Adult Coloring, How Coloring Creates Health and Healing, and this is by Blake Levine. And I love this quote. It says, "Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up," by Pablo Picasso. So if you want to learn more about the psychology of coloring and its benefits for our well-being, please check it out. I couldn't recommend it any further. There's also the Copic Coloring Guide, and it's part of a series that by the same name, Copic Coloring Guide series. It has some of the highest quality art markers, and it continues to grow in popularity, especially for those of us that like paper crafts. And there's all kinds of tips in here too that are step-by-step that will help you to make your coloring even better. And I thought this was pretty fun. This is William Shakespeare's coloring book, and it's a new book, as you can see. And it includes 30 pictures. It goes over the garden at New Place in Henley Street, which was typically Elizabethan, consisting of flower gardens, a kitchen garden, and an orchard. We also have some music, and in fact, if you hear anything in the background, that is the relaxing piano one. That's part of the Calm and Collective series. Also part of the same series is the Sounds of Nature. There's a lot of ambient type of music that you can choose from through Hoopla. It's really nice and relaxing to listen to, especially while coloring. We also have ambient and ASMR sounds to sleep, relax, and meditate to through Mellow Meditation. And finally, we have take and make kits for adults. We have here, the first one is Nuts About Knitting. It's a beginner's bundle. So inside of the bag, you'll get an activity that you get to keep. And the books, of course, you can check out with them, and those do have to be brought back to the library. We also have a take and make coffee and coloring kit, and there's also a crazy about crocheting beginners bag that you can check out as well. And there will be more too as well, so make sure that you keep an eye out for them during curbside. Thank you so much for joining me today for Coffee and Coloring, and I have a few questions for you. Do you prefer coffee or tea? Do you like to use markers over gel pens, or do you prefer colored pencils? And what type of music do you like to listen to while relaxing? Feel free to comment below on your preferences. And thank you so much for joining me today for Coffee and Coloring. And I wanted to show you one thing too as well. Here you may see that there's a little owl, and it's a mandala type. So there's the large mandala, and there's little smaller mandalas all around. Some of you may recognize this from previous coffee and coloring clubs when we were able to meet in person, and thank you for helping me make this. I still have it today, and it's been a nice backdrop for this video. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this video finds you well, and see you soon. Have a wonderful day.